Fucking wow. It's been a roller coaster ride for me, Nick.
Moving's fun.
No.
You get a new place. You get to reset up all your stuff.
Yeah.
You get to hand place everything.
Yeah.
It's like a fresh start.
Yeah, no, that's true. All of that is true. It's not fun though. Far from it, man. It's been an absolute pain in my dick to do all of it. And I really have not had a good time. I feel like I lost like at least 2 weeks of my life.
What's the status as of today?
It's in pretty good spot right now. Like I've got maybe like 2 or 3 more totes of shit to like get unpacked. But I got like all the big stuff set up kind of the way that I want. That's the biggest frustrating part is you buy all this shit to fit the house that you were in.
Yeah.
And then you got to take all that shit and try to fit it into a new house, which maybe doesn't necessarily work for the new format of the new house. And that's been a giant pain because then it's like, well, just buy new shit. And it's like, what am I fucking made of money over here?
Our couch in our living room today doesn't make any fucking sense, but we had it at the previous place. And now 10 years after we moved here, it's just like, well, we like the couch. Fucking sucks in this room, but
yeah,
like, whatever.
Yeah. So there's like certain, things that I've had to change.
This just don't make sense. And you're saying, oh shit. And
yeah.
Well, it all adds up when you're looking at the whole house too. Like you say, it's like, it's one thing to be, I guess, buy a new one. It's like, yeah, one, but like I can list a dozen things that same thing applies to.
The basement's been the hardest part because my basement in the new house is considerably smaller. I actually think that I've got it worked out to a point where it's pretty cozy and like works.
Is that where the gaming happens?
Well, my PC's upstairs, but my console gaming, and I got a big TV down there and things like that. And I've moved it around in a way that I think is going to work for like myself, obviously. But then if I have people over to like watch a game or something like that, it will still be comfortable enough for everyone where it's okay. But it is considerably smaller than my other basement. So it just is like not claustrophobic, but I do have like a lot of shit that I just had to kind of like figure out a way to make work. And I think it has helped a great deal to have like people that have better eye than I do to kind of help me with that process. But
I'm slow with that stuff. Yeah. Like I have to look at stuff forever and then be like, okay, now I know what I want to do.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with it.
Yeah. But just so I have a large collection of whiskey and I was just kind of like running through like, how am I going to get this all over there without like breaking it? And what's going to be like the most time effective way to do this? And
70 bottles, 100, like what?
Over 100. Yeah.
Over 100.
Yeah. I counted like 112, 110, something like that. So yeah, not all full, which is good. But some of them are full as fuck. And some of them are extremely expensive. And so it's just like, I don't know how to handle this. So I got like packing materials that are specifically designed for glass bottles. So it's like this honeycomb paper that like comes in a roll and then you like stretch it out. And then it kind of like form fits to bottles and things like that. And then I bought these like little totes and I fit 6 bottles per tote. Right. And so I wrapped them all up because like doing more than that, it's just like way too fucking heavy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And so
I didn't have a large alcohol collection when we moved, but I had been collecting books, going to Ken Sanders, getting old, like really good looking books you can display. And then I moved and I was just like, Kindle forever, because I'm not like, you can put like 5 books in a box and then the box is fucking heavy.
Yeah.
And it was just like untenable.
Yeah. So I also didn't have any help with this for like the vast majority of the move. Not that people wouldn't, I know you.
Yeah, I should have said that I offered to help.
No,
I wasn't like, Jared, fuck him.
No, you definitely were not. I'm not trying to paint that picture. I just didn't like, one, I didn't want to burden people like my friends and things like that. Cause like, we're like, what am I going to give you, a beer? And like, yeah, it's disgusting. It's just gross.
This pink lemonade in the can is Ew.
Here's a pizza. Thanks. Like, it's just like, I mean, we're grown. So it's just like, no, like, um, so like, yeah, I was just like, I'm just going to do this all on my own. So packed it all up. And then I've got a smaller little like hatchback car. Put the seat, thankfully the seats go all the way down, the back seats. So you have like a decent amount of space in the back of my car when the seats are all the way down. And then I just one by one stacked them like in rows, and I could fit like 4 or 5 totes vertically and 3 rows.
How many totes did you buy?
I bought 12 little totes. I had to do multiple trips, which fucking sucked. But this is what's hilarious, right? I didn't really have like a super hard timetable. Like there was like my situation.
You closed and you were just working.
Nobody was like, you got to get the fuck out of here. It was just more like, I want to get the fuck out of here as fast as possible. And I did have like a hard date of getting like all the smaller things in air quotes out of my place, because I had movers coming to move all the big shit. And so
you wanted the small stuff gone because it was sitting on the big stuff, right?
Yes. And so I needed to get like all the things that I can move, totes and whiskey and things like that, out of the house over to the new house, so that when that Saturday rolled around, the movers come in and move like my couch and like my whiskey shelves, like all the big stuff, desks, all that shit. So I loaded up my car for the first load, and I got up super early, got up at like 6, got it all ready to go, and was on the road by 7:30 in the morning. Hit rush hour. It was like a Monday that I did this. I had to get on the freeway, I-15, and the imagery of just me in my car and my entire back seat is just whiskey. In rush hour traffic.
Open bottles.
Yes.
If you get pulled over, he's going to be like, I'm never going to stop writing you a ticket.
Yeah. Like, well, I was thinking about that. Like, what happens?
There's got to be. That's bullshit. Like, you have to be like, dude.
Obviously, he's moving.
I'm moving. They're open bottles.
Yeah. I think it would really boil down to like if the cop wanted to be a dick about it or not.
Yeah.
What are you going to confiscate all of this? Like, fucking have fun. This is going to take longer than it took for me for like you to inventory all of this. Dude. So anyways, but like it's stop and go traffic, right? And like our freeway system is fine, but there's like bumps, just like any other freeway system and things like that. Oh, dude, just like a cacophony of like in my back seat, and every single time it happened, I'm like, like my butt is like puckering because I'm like, oh my god, if these fucking break. And like I did my best to like wrap them up and keep them as safe as I possibly could, but there was still a part of me that was like, if one of these breaks, it's gonna be a bad situation. And then if it like spills whiskey in my car, like I'm just gonna have a whiskey car forever.
It'll never recover.
Yeah, like what if it's like an Isla that cracked open in my car? Can you imagine that? Oh my god, I'd have to get rid of it. I'd have to sell it.
Every time you got pulled over, how often you're pulled over, the cop would just be like, "Sir, how much have you been drinking?"
Seriously, it smells like a peat bog in this motherfucker. But like, it was hilarious to me because I was just like white knuckling my steering wheel, and like people are stopping and going because we're in rush hour, and people are like, I mean, there was like one person on the second trip that I like know for a fact like was in a truck, and he looked down, and I'm pretty sure he just saw my full back seat just full of booze. He's just like, what's going on here? But thankfully I got it all over there. It took me 2 trips to get everything over there and got it all unloaded. Didn't break anything. So that was a win for sure.
Hooray.
But god damn. And then the big move comes. And they show up with 2 movers. And
two dudes.
And I requested 3. And the guy was like, no, it's gonna be way more expensive with 3. They're $69 an hour, so it's like, if you have 3, it's going to get pricey. And I was like, yeah, but they're going to do it faster. And he was just like, I really recommend for the stuff that you have that you do too. And I was like, all right, dude. And he's like, I really don't think this will take this long. Like they're going to show up at like 9. They'll probably be done by 2 or 3. And I was like, cool. That sounds good.
They're done at 9.
Yeah. 9 to 9, Nick.
Oh God.
9 to 9:30 at night. It took them to get everything moved. because they called me and they said, "Hey, Jared, we just left and we're on the way to your house." And I was like, "Sounds good." And then they called me back 5 minutes later and they said, "Hey, Jared, our truck just broke down on the freeway. So we got to figure out how to make this work." And I was like, "Okay, yeah." So they had to get another truck from the warehouse, which was smaller than the truck that they were going to bring. So it took them 2 trips to get everything loaded. And now I will say that like they took the extra time to like wrap everything up and like make sure that it was secure and safe. So nothing got damaged during the move, which I think is like a win.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of a goal.
But it took them so fucking long, dude. And it was so expensive. It was so fucking expensive to do it.
And did you have to witness all this? Like,
yeah, I was like,
you have to stand there and be like, move that.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what I was
and
telling
you're just
them.
like smoking and you're just like, move that.
And I wasn't
You're just
smoking. I wish I was smoking, but I was not. But yeah, like one of the guys, and this is why I bring this up, he like early on in the move, like noticed something gaming related. And he was like, "You like to play video games?" And I was like, "Yes."
You tell him about the Salt City Gamescast.
I did not tell him about the Salt City.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. And I was like, "Yeah, dude. Yeah, I do." And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool. What do you play?" And I'm like,
"Oh, fuck, here we go."
Yeah, I fucking play everything, man. It's literally, you name it, I probably played it. And he was like, cool. I like Madden and I like Call of Duty and I, typical shit. And I was like, "Cool, man. Yeah, that's cool. You want to move some stuff now?" So my ex had requested, I had packed up all my video games, right? And like I put them in totes and there were like probably 10 or 12 17-gallon totes just full of games, right? My entire collection.
Sure.
And I get to the place and we got a quote to get our current house, like our old house, painted, completely painted. And she's like, "I'm going to go and do it. Like I got a quote for it. And so like, I'm going to do it immediately. So I need all of those totes back." And I was like, "Okay, well, so I don't get any time to like keep these so I can unload?" And she's like, "No, like I need as many as you can. So like unload all of your games and just like put them somewhere in your house when you don't have like the cabinets and things to store them in." And I have an extraordinarily large collection of video games. And so games. I just stacked like to my chin of stacks of fucking games in the spare bedroom downstairs. And so when we get to the new place, I was like, "I've got a couple of things that I need to move out of here before we can move new stuff in." And they were like, "Yeah, that's fine." First thing is like this futon in the room where I'd stacked all the video games up. And we go down there and the guy's like, this is what he said, "Holy fuck, you are a gamer." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I told you." He's like, I don't even know what to say. And then he just like the rest of the time we moved together, I guess, because I also helped them with certain things, which is like, this is bullshit.
It's just not what you signed up for.
No,
that's not.
They asked me, they're like, would you mind? And I'm like, "No, I guess not. Even though I'm paying you to do this."
Not the gig, but okay.
Yeah. He was kind of creeping me out a little bit because he was like, "Man, I want to like hang out with you. Like, dude, like you have like a lot of shit." And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And he's just like, "I wish I had this much shit, Dan." Like, "Oh man." And I was like, "Are you gonna rob me, sir?"
I might take some of this shit.
He had you probably will have no point of reference for this, but he had a Haunter, which is a Pokemon, tattooed on his hand. Okay. And he was like, "This is my Haunter. Do you know what that is?" And I was like, and it was a poor Haunter. It was not up to Nintendo specs. I'll say that.
They're not going to sue him.
No,
they're going to be like, "That doesn't even look like a Haunter.
It looked like a fucking Glaunter, not a Haunter." And I was like, "Yeah, that's Haunter, man." And he's like, "I knew you would know what that is." And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You know why I got that Haunter?"
Because you like Haunter.
I was like, "Because you like Pokemon?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, but it's the
first shiny."
No, it's like the 98th Pokemon in their original Pokedex. And I was born in 1998, so I got a Haunter tattooed on my hand. And I was like, "Okay, that makes no fucking sense."
It's just a weird way to tie it, but okay.
That makes no sense to me, man. But okay, I guess. Cool. But like, the amount of comments that he made after he saw my giant, like, sad collection of nerddom was just like, just so many questions. And like, I'm just like, fucking move my shit, man. Like,
You can't answer these things for these people. It doesn't work. I don't know what the proper, I mean, movies is fine. It's just like, what are you all about? I just love watching movies. There's like, what I guess people will ask you, like, what's your favorite movie, right? But like, the gaming's just always shitty. Like, what do you like to play? Oh boy, here we go. It's like asking like a math professor what their favorite formula is or something. He's like, what? No, I do all math. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, all of it.
yeah. Well, this is the thing too, is like, I was like, I play everything. It would be probably easier to tell you what I'm playing right now. And he was like, well, what are you playing right now? And I said, Hollow Knight Silk Song. And he was like, I don't know what that is. And I was like, okay. Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Good talk.
Good.
This is why I hate this.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't engage normally.
Yeah.
I deal with the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. I was in my office, and some of the people know that I have a podcast. I don't really engage, and a bunch of people were talking about games, and they were talking about, oh, I used to play this. What was that game? It was what was it? They were talking about Bioshock, and then they got there, and I'm just sitting here trying to work, and they're just like struggling through it. Like, that was so cool. What was the thing? And I just like exploded. And I was just like, it's Andrew Ryan. And would you kindly? It's the whole thing. The fucking deal is like, he's brainwashed. And like, oh, like, fuck you people.
Yeah. Make a better, more memorable story, Ken Levine. You fuck.
Like,
yeah, no, it's never good. Like, I'm not trying to be like pretentious or snobby. It's just that, like, and I think it's natural. Like, it's a natural human thing to like want to engage in that kind of stuff. But it's just, I feel like if I unload on you with like what I like, I'm a big fan of the Trails series, and these are the reasons why. I think it's got a great story. The character building is unmatched. People are gonna be like, oh, this guy's fucking weird. You know what I mean? So like, unless you know somebody and you're close with them and you know that they're into the same things that you do. Like, I mean, that's why we do a podcast, is because we both like video games a lot. And so we know a lot about them. So we talk about them and it feels all right. But when we're dealing with other people, it just doesn't work that way. And
a lot of people play games. A lot of people play very few games, right?
Right.
When we first met, you were at my house, and then you were like, "Oh, you play games because you saw an Xbox or something." And then I think I told you my ID or something, and then like a week or a month later, you were like, "Pretty big gamer score you got there." You're not just playing one, like, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Well, and you just don't like. That's the thing, is it's like, it's also kind of unfortunate because like that is a good opportunity to like make new friends. And sometimes it works out and then other times it doesn't. Right. And you just don't know, because you just don't know what their level of like engagement with the industry is. Like, how much are they paying attention? Are they, really diehard and are playing tons of different games from different genres? Or are they playing like a handful of games a year? There's nothing wrong with playing a handful of games a year. I just
the answer is most only play.
True. It's just that I don't think that we are the same. There's just not a lot. Like, other than
the same way that I watch 2 movies a year, and I don't see someone who's like a film buff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we have so much in common.
Right.
Like, fucking,
like, other than the fact that we're both fans of games, which is a good thing. I just don't see a lot of similarities there, and so it can be kind of difficult. You know what I mean?
For sure, that stuff's tough to navigate.
Hopefully, I don't get robbed by that guy and his fucking shitty Haunter tattoo.
I promise you, it can be worse, because your mother-in-law can introduce you to people at a wedding and say, "This is my son-in-law. He has a video game podcast," and I'm just like, "Oh no! Oh, why did we have to do this?
Yeah, no, this is not great. I don't like this at all." Yeah, no, that doesn't. Yeah, nope. That's never happened to me before. But yeah, just like talking about it ever is like annoying to me. Like, people, like, one thing that I've been running into, because we've been doing this for so long, is people that do know that I have a podcast being like, "You still do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And people are like, "Why do you still do that?" Like, Are you making money yet? No.
I think
Well, why are you still doing it?
because of the way we do it, we really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if we probably did it in a way to where we could make money, we probably wouldn't enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, like you do know that you just do things because you enjoy doing them, right? Like you don't necessarily, there hasn't been some sort of monetary connection to things that you enjoy, right? Like it doesn't always have to be that way. But I think for a lot of people, they just they don't understand, and that's fine. Like they don't get it, but I've ran into that a few times, like in like the fairly recent past, where it's like, how long
They,
you been doing it for? And it's
they,
like, I think like 6 or 7 years, and
they also
people are like,
probably
what the fuck?
they also probably don't realize what the show is
Yeah,
as far as exactly how laid back. How it's just like, dude, we just drink whiskey and basically talk about our interests.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's kind of just a good time.
Yeah, for sure. I recommend it. If you've got a friend that you can stand for many years and want to talk to them and
You should
aren't
absolutely.
uncomfortable on a microphone, you should absolutely do it. I high recommend.
But don't start golfing with them. You see
Yeah.
them every fucking 3 days. The whole problem.
Yeah, seriously. That's untenable. It's untenable.